First Capitol Police officer to testify today was a Missouri native. She shared a firsthand account of the events that unfolded on January 6th.
I-Team reporter Kat Reed shares her testimony, as well as the latest on a local man on the other side of this, charged for his role in the riot.
On 9/11, Army veteran Carneysha Mendoza was at the Pentagon assisting with recovery efforts.
Unfortunately, I didn't save any lives, but there are certain lessons that always stuck with me after 9/11. One of those lessons is knowing the unthinkable is always possible, so be ready.
A lesson she had to put to use on January 6th. Mendoza, now a captain with the U.S. Capitol Police, was in command inside the rotunda that day. The 2016 Park University graduate was the first witness to testify before Congress on Tuesday about the attacks.
I proceeded to the rotunda where I noticed a heavy smoke-like residue and smelled what I believed to be military-grade CS gas, a familiar smell. It was mixed with fire extinguisher spray deployed by rioters. The rioters continued to deploy CS into the rotunda. Officers received a lot of gas exposure, which is worse inside the building than outside because there's nowhere for it to go. I received chemical burns to my face that still have not healed to this day.
Mendoza described it as by far the worst event she has worked in her 19-year career at the department. While she shared her firsthand account, a judge was deciding the fate of a man accused of leading the insurrection. William Chrestman of Olathe will be transferred to D.C., where he'll remain behind bars before his trial. That ruling overturns an order for his release issued by a federal judge in Kansas last week. As we've previously reported, Chrestman was known to groups monitoring white nationalist movements.
No, we were first familiar with him, I think, back in June of last year when his name surfaced in terms of involvement with the Proud Boys.
We're going to walk down and I'll be there with you.
Chrestman's attorneys previously blamed President Trump for misleading him and others into believing they had his permission and encouragement for their actions. I'm I-Team reporter Kat Reed, 41 Action News.
Thank you, Kat. An attention-grabbing moment during that hearing when Missouri Senator Josh Hawley took aim at the security review happening in the U.S. House. Speaker Nancy Pelosi asked retired Lieutenant General Russell Honore to lead the review of the Capitol security, but Senator Hawley took exception to something the former military leader had said and focused on that when questioning those testifying today.
He's criticized you for, and I'm quoting now, the appearance of complicity during the attack, and also said that you were potentially undertook complicit actions. Those are his words during the attack. Mr. Sund, were you complicit in this attack on January 6th?
Absolutely not, sir. I've heard those comments as well, and I think it's disrespectful to myself and to the members of the Capitol Police Department.
And it is, in fact, a stain on the honor of the entire force that they lead. That General Honore has absolutely no business leading anything related to this. Those comments are unbelievable, totally inappropriate.
Hawley then called for the House Speaker to remove the general from the review, although she is standing by her choice.